On the phone is Travis in Indiana. Travis, welcome to the Bobby Bones Show. What's going on, man?
Good morning, studio.
Morning.
Hey, I had a question for Eddie. I was wondering if there was any update on the jingle for the whatchamajigget.
Yeah, you wrote a jingle for a candy bar company. Whatever happened with that?
Yeah, it was called Who's What's It, and they basically said that they were working on some kind of thing with the corporate office, and then they'd get back to me, and then crickets. Never got back to
nothing.
me.
Oh, man, it was so good.
Hey, speaking of crickets, you know what we're going to do tomorrow? We're going to eat this chocolate-covered cicadas.
Why did I say crickets?
Hey, Scuba, will you bring those in?
No,
they're here.
I don't want to.
No, they're here.
Anytime you even say it, I like.
We have a glass jar of cicadas that are chocolate. Oh, you have to shake them.
Why are you
Is that
shaking
wet?
them?
Oh. So here they are.
What? How big is that?
I was expecting a box.
I thought it was going to be like a little tiny piece of chocolate, and it's like you get like a leg.
No, I think it's the whole bug.
It's the whole bug inside
No.
of a chocolate like square.
Oh.
Okay.
So they're here.
Oh, there they are.
What does it smell like, Bone?
Chocolate-covered cicadas. What?
What does that smell like?
I hate dark chocolate. And It
Okay.
smells like dark chocolate.
Oh.
So it's probably good to you guys. This smells good. But here they are, chocolate-covered cicadas. Tomorrow, we do the dance party around this time tomorrow, but right after the dance party, we'll eat the cicadas. We'll spin the wheel, and someone has to eat a chocolate-covered cicada. Do you know the work we've been through to get these cicadas, kids? If you knew the work, you'd respect it. It's like a parent telling their kid, you don't know. You don't know what it's like.
And you're on the wheel too, right?
Of course I'm on the wheel.
All right. Making sure.
Of course.
And we'll do it where we pull someone off.
Oh, no!
So it spins a lot. It's not just
Yes,
for
a lot of
so it's
spinning.
like drama.
So you want it to land on yourself.
Yes. Tomorrow morning, chocolate-covered cicadas to one person on the show. Thank you. Let's go over and do the news.
Bobby's Big
Stories.
Well, he tried to get a smooth chin. That didn't really happen. A California man has what he thought was razor rash after a shaver mix-up resulted in his face getting a flesh-eating bacteria.
Oh my gosh.
His disfiguring fiasco first came to light in April, but he really hasn't told the whole story. He said he got deep sores on his chin and jawline, 24 years old. He said, I used my roommate's razor to shave off some stubble, and then it just got bad. And then an upper respiratory infection happened. And then chin broke out. His chin broke out in bumps. Went to a doctor, antibiotics, nothing. It just continued to get worse and worse. His sores got bigger and started to balloon inside of his beard. They tested him for everything. COVID, strep throat, negative, until then it ends up being a flesh-eating bacteria, an antibiotic-resistant staph infection.
Ooh.
That was
That's
on that razor.
Awful.
It was on that razor of the person he didn't know.
Okay. Well, his roommate.
How come that person didn't have that on their face?
Maybe their body isn't like
Maybe he
everybody.
was- yeah.
Everybody's has different reactions to different things. He didn't want his flesh.
Yeah,
Didn't
he
want to
could have
eat
been
him.
resistant to it.
Yeah.
Weird.
Ugh.
That makes me wonder, how many things am I resistant to that I've been directly exposed to? Because we don't know.
Yeah, we never know.
Yeah, guy. First of all, also weird to use your roommate's razor. I never do that.
Yeah.
That's disgusting. So here's a story about a family cat. The family cat was cremated, and then the family was shocked because the cat then walks up to the front door.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Frankie the cat is 16 years old. He did not come home on May 19th. The Fitzsimmons family went searching for him, and they found the cat on the side of the road. Looked exactly like Frankie. They couldn't tell 100% because of the injuries to the cat because it was hit by a car. And so the chip couldn't be scanned because, again, it was hit by a car. They loved him. They cremated him. His ashes sat by the bed of his 7-year-old owner who felt like,
Wanted to be near him.
And so then one day they heard something at the door, and it was Frankie. Frankie was alive. They don't know whose cat it was. They got hit by a car and they cremated.
Wow.
Oh.
That's what I thought was at the door.
Crazy, huh? You think your cat's dead and is alive? First thing I would do, though, is I'd go look in that jar to make sure the ashes didn't come back to
Oh,
life.
right.
Toy Story style.
Like it's empty.
Yeah.
Like I walked out of the room and all of a sudden, Woody's talking. That sounds crazy. Here's a question for you, and I'll read you the story. Then I have a question I was wondering last night to myself. Michael Jackson's Billie Jean has crossed the 1 billion mark on YouTube. It's the third song from the 80s to achieve this. It's the first 80s video from a solo artist to achieve this. First question is, the other two videos from the 80s are bands that have 1 billion views. Can you guess either one of them?
Oh.
One of them's a rock band.
From the 80s.
Like what kind of rock?
Like 80s rock.
Like
Eddie, who do you think's the most iconic band of the 80s?
Of the 80s, rock and roll.
You'll get this.
Give me Guns N' Roses.
That's correct. And what song would it be?
Sweet Child of
There
Mine.
you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other one is a video that is a video, and people think it's cool because it's kind of drawn in pencil. A lot of it is. Can you name that video?
no clue.
I know you wouldn't know. I thought Eddie might know it.
No, I'm not. Nothing's coming to mind.
Here's the clip. It's Take On Me.
Oh, okay.
But Michael Jackson's the first solo artist. The question is it okay to like Michael Jackson again?
Oh, I know. I have this conversation a lot. Actually, I've had it twice in the last week. Once with my
Yeah?
brother and once with our friend Mary. Like we were just, we're talking about how we listen to Michael Jackson. It's like, oh, sometimes we feel guilty, but it's so good.
Well, and also, he was never convicted of anything.
No, that is a good point.
I think he
Another
lost
thing.
a civil case, right? But I don't think he was ever convicted.
And I think it's okay to separate the art from the artist.
Sometimes. You're not going to hear me bumping R. Kelly out publicly.
Well, that's true.
But he actually went to jail for. I don't know. My answer is I don't know. But man, he made some jams.
Yeah, he did.
What's in your heart, though? Like, what are you not listening to him for a reason now?
I don't really chase it anyway. But for example, Caitlin and I were right outside of Tulsa, and we went to like an On the Border. You know that restaurant?
Yeah.
Mexican, yeah.
Yeah, and so they have this little band of doctors. It's like a little cover band. It's all doctors from around the area playing, and they're playing a Michael Jackson. They're playing I Want to Love You, PYT, Pretty Young Thing. And we're like, oh, should we go dance or we feel bad about it? We thought about it, and we went and danced.
Okay.
Okay.
See, good.
So I
So-
guess my heart takes me to that.
Will you play Michael Jackson at your wedding? Because, I mean,
If they do, I won't stop them.
okay.
I want to love you, PYT, Pretty Young Thing. Yeah, actually, I'll smile probably. I won't request it, but I think I'll dance to it. So Billie Jean hits 1 billion on YouTube. And those are your big stories. Thank you.
Those were Bobby's Big
Stories.
We oddly get a lot of requests for this song, and it's only 2 minutes long, basically. This is Eddie and I, the Raging Idiots, with John Party. It's all the things you can't say in a country song. It's called You Can't Say That in a Country Song. Here you go. By the way, Jump Hardy's on Vocal Rest. You guys see that?
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that.
Both posted a picture of a frowny face yesterday,
Oh man.
going, "Hey, I can't talk." I mean, I was tipped off, but that's what's up. He had to cancel some shows, or I guess reschedule some
Is he
shows.
sick or something?
All that I say is he is holding up a frowny face that
Okay.
said, "I can't speak right now." He's on Vocal Rest. First time ever in his career.
Wow.
That guy sings violently. too.
Yes, powerful.
Like, oh. So we wish him the best, man. All right, Luke Combs, Forever After All. Which, by the way, if you want to hit that song up, we just did. It's on, all the streaming platforms, iTunes. Probably gonna win a Grammy. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh, for sure.
You probably heard it then. Heard it now. But yeah, you get it.
Here's the Bobby Bone Show. Let's go.
We had a professional cuddler on last hour. There are professional cuddlers in town, so I have an idea for a bit.
Oh,
No.
great. Oh, great.
If you
No.
missed the segment, we'll tell you how much that professional cuddler makes an hour in the next segment, and I'll tell you my idea for the show and a cuddle buddy for somebody on the show.
For somebody or any of us, possibly.
Us.
No.
All right, hold on, back in a minute. Earlier in the show, we had a professional cuddler on. She makes $100 an hour cuddling with people. She sounds professional.
Very.
Therapeutic reason, she said. Her Instagram is Chicago Cuddle Therapy, if you want to see what she looks like or follow her. But it's just wild that that's her career. She brings people to her office and cuddles them. Feels a little weird to me, but that's okay. Some things just seem weird to me. So she's on, and the guys get on their laptops, and they see if they can find cuddlers here in town. So what do you have over there, Lunchbox?
There are oh my gosh, there are cuddlers, and it says you just call them up and they come to you, and it's cuddle buddies. It's cuddle buddies.
Do they have restrictions on
that? I don't see. It just
because I don't want to call a cuddle buddy and it ends up being a
Wink, wink.
cuddle buddy. I want to call no, not that music.
Yeah, no, that's.
If we call a cuddle buddy, I need it to be legit. Because I don't need the cops kicking the door down going, prostitution bust.
Because there was like a slogan on that website,
It
something
says-
like, for a friend.
Yeah, we'll find you a cuddle buddy so you can start a friendship
Yeah.
based on cuddling without any expectations of something more. And it was featured in the Wall Street Journal, Fox, Yahoo, Vice. So it's legit.
Okay.
And it has latest cuddlers, and it has pictures of the people that have been cuddling on the website. So it seems really legit.
So here's what I suggest. Once Eddie gets back from his walk, which he does next week,
You guys don't want to do it next week? Okay.
we bring in a cuddler.
Oh, man.
We spin the wheel, and whomever loses has to cuddle for 30 minutes on the floor.
30 minutes?
I know. That's terrible.
But we do it in the studio.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, in the studio, and you have a microphone in your hand. What, Lunchbox?
Yeah, it's a 4-step process. You sign up for free in under 30 seconds. You search for the nearest cuddle buddy. Then you message them without having to explain. They get it. You meet up and cuddle without it progressing to more.
They get
That's
it.
It's that easy, guys. Under 30 seconds, and we can cuddle.
This one doesn't sound as therapeutic.
It has to,
No, it is. It's a
but
legit.
it has to, well, hold it. We can't bring a guy in here, right?
Yeah,
what do you
no,
mean?
No,
You
no.
Because it won't be comfortable for the girls.
Oh, so now if it lands on you, Caitlin's gonna be cool with you
Yeah,
cuddling
a
with
girl's
some girl?
not comfortable for us.
Oh, Bo,
Like-
I'm only cuddling a girl. I am only cuddling a girl. I will
but what's
stand
your-
up.
but
Well,
it's
your
not
wife
romantic,
think-
Eddie.
Well, what my wife think I need some cuddling. It's a professional help.
Oh,
Scuba Steve,
man.
can you research this for us?
Yes, yeah, I've already looked into it a little bit. I think I'm going to use the site called Cuddlist. It seems pretty professional.
Oh, you're going against my people.
So I'm trying to get it for free. And if I can't get it for free, and I'll put it on the company card.
What's the hourly rate we have to pay for this?
I saw one that was 75, and one that was 100.
I
I
want
think
to go
this
ahead
is
and go
probably
for the
something-
100.
yeah, you pay for
We
the
go
good
up.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
good stuff.
we're not
what you
messing
get.
around.
I think you get what you pay for in this
Yeah.
situation. Okay, so we'll get that bit going.
All right, cool.
Well, somebody will cuddle here on the ground in the studio for an hour on the show.
You just went from 30 minutes to an hour.
Who knows how I feel?
you know,
it depends if it lands on me or not. All right. Here is Blake Shelton, Minimum Wage, Bobby Bone Show. Hit us up if you want. We'd love to talk to you. 877-77-BOBBY. Tomorrow morning, chocolate-covered cicadas,
It's happening.
Brett Eldridge, the Friday morning dance parties. It's going to be a good one tomorrow. You guys be here. All right, Bobby Bone Show. Thank you guys for hanging out.
All right. Yo.
Yo. Let's do. Tell me something good. Me first.
Isn't it?
It's time for the good news.
With Bobby.
Rebecca Mix is her name. She got on Twitter and she wanted to share that her dad, Jeff, had been laid off during the pandemic. And she was like, hey, can you help with his resume? So she's, let me do it again. Hey, did someone rewrite this one? This doesn't feel like it's been retouched.
Was this thing rewritten, Tim Sing? Yeah.
It was?
Yeah.
All right.
It's time for the good news.
With Bobby.
So this girl, Rebecca Mix, took to Twitter to share that her dad, Jeff, had been laid off during the pandemic, and she offered to help him with his resume. And when she asked him where he wanted to work, he said, oh, Costco seems like a nice place. So she made it her mission to get him a job there. She tweeted that her dad is a, quote, very nice man who will work obnoxious. Sorry, do it again. Amy, let's do yours.
It's time for the good news.
With Amy.
So this little girl, Vivian Meyer, told her mom, I want to shave my head, but she had a good reason for it. Now, she's lost 3 grandparents to cancer, and at 9 years old, she told her mom, I'm going to shave my head and fundraise to raise cancer awareness. And she started off wanting $500, but at the Buzz Off for Kids Cancer event, Vivian raised more than $3,000.
Man, that's crazy to shave your head.
Mm-hmm.
Good for her. I mean, I shaved my head once when I was in high school. It was our senior year. We were playing Magna Cove in a football game. We thought if we all shave our head in solidarity, we'll beat them. We didn't win that game. We took our helmets off at the end of the game. We all like idiots.
Yeah.
I left mine on.
How is your head shaved? Like
Terrible. I have a huge head. My mom cried.
Oh, okay.
When I came home with a shaved head. So I just respect her so much. I mean,
to be
and
at
if you're-
9
and-
and know that.
But also, yes, all that, right? She's 9. She's doing something bigger than herself. She raised a bunch of money. But even being a female, like your hair is more valuable as a girl than as a guy.
Yeah. Takes us a lot longer to.
I thought I'd wear a headband too to cover it up. I still had moles on my head. It was a whole thing.
A headband?
Well, yeah.
Oh, like a sporty one?
Yeah.
Okay, I was picturing like a cute little top knot thing.
No, like a headband. Like.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
And it was not a good look. Man, we lost. We all looked like idiots. We pulled our helmets off to shake hands afterward, and they were laughing at us.
Yeah, but you probably looked united.
Hey, I've hated Magna Cove ever since then.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. That's a good story. That's what it's all about.
That was Tell Me Something Good.
Let me try to do mine. We'll get to tease in a minute.
It's time for the good news.
With Bobby.
So this guy named Jeff had been laid off during the pandemic, and his daughter was like, hey, I will help you with your resume. Where do you want to work? And he was like, I don't know. Costco seems like it'd be a good place to work. So it was her goal to get him a job at Costco. So she tweets out a whole tweet where she's like, hey, he's great. He's obnoxious working. He's painfully helpful. And so she kept posting it, and then people started to retweet it to get her dad a job. And so Costco reached out to her because it got so many retweets, and they were like, hey, let's talk to your dad. Everybody's tagging us in this anyway. People keep retweeting it. We'll at least give him an interview. So we went in for the interview. He aced his interview. He landed the job, and then she posted a picture of the employee badge. Obviously, the manager's the one that found the tweets and interviewed him. But now he's working at Costco, and she changed her name on Twitter to read, Rebecca Mix, proud daughter of a Costco employee.
Wow.
And people
love
keep
that.
on sending messages going, hey, that's awesome. Great job. That's a fantastic story right there. That is what it's all about.
That was Tell Me Something Good.
Amy tease, and we'll wrap it here.
Coming up. Tell me something good.
All right, coming up at 55 after in the next segment, a 9-year-old girl went into her mom and said, hey, I want to shave my head for a cause. And her mom was like, wow, really? That's a big decision to make. Amy will tell you exactly what went down and what she did for this cause next, and tell me something good. That's good, Ray. Your love is mine. There was a story about a guy at Walgreens who goes in and he has a trash bag and he fills it with a bunch of stuff he wants to steal, and then he just steals it in San Francisco and rides off on a bike with a bunch of stolen stuff from Walgreens. And everybody let him do it. Even the security let him do it.
Why?
Because you don't stop a stealer, apparently.
Yeah.
Because there are so many rules now about if somebody's got something, you just got to let them go. Which I guess is different than what it used to be back in the day, because I was talking to Scuba Steve, who used to work as a security guard and in loss prevention. And he was like, man, I used to do that all the time. Scuba, where did you do security work and loss prevention?
Many different places, but my main spot was Abercrombie and Fitch, right there in the heart of San Francisco.
So what was your job as security in Abercrombie?
So my job was to a few different things. One, be by the exit door to, basically greet people and kind of give them that fear of, if you steal, I'm here. And if someone leaves the store, it's my job to follow them if they have product or merchandise.
You're supposed to leave. You were chasing them out of the store.
Yes, I mean, you weren't supposed to, but we did it anyways just for the thrill, and because if you're stealing, screw you, bring back the product.
When you hear the story about the guy who goes into Walgreens, and it says here, Walgreens employees are taught not to confront shoppers, or shoplifters, excuse me. How does that make you feel as a former loss prevention guy?
That's pretty lame. I mean, even if it is the rule and the law, I feel like inside